Hello there guys, Elita Legionarii here, and today I am bringing you a 2 vs 2 31k game for Rome Total War. I shall command the Scipii Romans, and I'm actually joined by the SwedishLandskekt, and this was more or less his first 31k game ever. He had done a prior 31k, but almost half the players were AIs, so I don't count it. This is his first proper 31k game. He's playing the Julii Romans. Our opponent are Mavericks over here. This is Lucius C. Sulla of the Heaven clan, and then there's Heaven's Cornovi as well. Yeah, I didn't go into the battle expecting us to win it. In fact, I was pretty certain we'd probably get beaten, but because both these guys are more experienced 31k's than me, and Swede has never really done 31k before. However, I thought, let's see if we can get 1,000 kills each or something close to it. And we'll make it really close, and then I'll be happy with this one. So that's what I was going for. So my army is consisting of 14 urban cohorts, I think. Might be 15 actually. I've got 5 cav, so it must be 15 urban cohorts, and 5 Praetorian cav. And Swede's gone standard 14 urban, 6 Praetorians. Lucius is going to the Greek cities. He's got, let's see, 4 Cretan archers that I can see, 2 militia hoplites or a screen. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Spartan hoplites, and a general's armoured bodyguard. Cornovi's forces consist of 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many cav? It's always the best way to count cav. So 5 cav, and that would be 15 urbans. Yeah, 15 urbans in the Praetorian cohort as well, I think. So anyway, let's begin. I've created like the wing attack here. When I'm in a 2v2, I tend to do this. Create a wing either on my left, or if I'm on the right side, on the right, and use it as an outflanking force while I hold. So let's I'm just going to triple speed while we get into position. When we move up here, Lucius is going to intermingle Spartans into Cornovi's lines. This is going to help to stabilise his lines against my guys and make it more difficult for me to use cav strikes, obviously, or virtually impossible. So we're going to move up here, and Cornovi is going to start throwing his peeler at me. He's going to get the first few volleys, so I was moving, but I'm going to throw mine next. And I put mine into three loose formation guys here, so that gives me quite a lot of extra throwing power, so I'm able to actually catch up. His setup's quite interesting, how he set this up. But he's going to get the initial advantage, obviously, but all his men are going to throw his peeler at this front unit, while my other guys are going to be able to hit a whole lot of his units, so it allows me to even it out. Over here, the scrap's going on over here as well. I think I might have... No, these guys have still got a few more left. So in come peeler, and I think, yeah, I'll go for these guys. Although it doesn't look like they've got many kills or anything. And of course Swede's through some as well, although he's getting a few hits on himself. I was trying to communicate, tell Swedes what to do, and fight myself. So I'm going to go, he's going to form Testudo. I'm going to basically do the same thing. That's exactly what I was trying to do here. He just beat me to it. And I'm going to turn off any remaining peeler because I don't want to throw them at his Testudo there. And basically once we've got Testudo on, we'll just be able to hold it. As you can see, he throws a bunch of peeler here, and it all hits my Testudo, which is why Testudo is so good, because as you can see, he doesn't really kill anyone while it absorbs peeler. So very effective. I think I'd bring some guys up here now. I was thinking of throwing my peeler here because his Testudo is way over there and his units are not in Testudo yet, so these units should still be able to get a few hits on him. So I get a bunch of nice hits on to his guys here as he's just trying to form Testudo with these dudes, and I do get a few good hits there just as he's starting to form up Testudo. I think that's the remainder of my guys. So I decided to push forward here, and he's going to go forward into melee. I'm just going to lead these guys in Testudo for the now and try and hold them up. Lucius is doing some nice work with his general's armoured bodyguard, and he's kind of disrupting Swede's guys here. Get him to waste peeler and just get him to kind of be constantly disrupted. Swede's just trying to work with all the micro and work. I think he had some problems. I'm not sure what his men were doing here, or something like that. I decided to pour into this fight here because I think I forgot to put guard mode on. They might have broken out Testudo. And I'm doing alright in this fight. I'm trying to conserve units though. We've got another line of units in loose for more Pila fighting if necessary. But Lucius is going to do something really effective with his cav here in a moment, and I wasn't paying enough attention to this. So these guys, I did not put them into loose or into testudo quick enough, so they received quite a lot of Pila and lose an unnecessary number of men. And Swede's guys are going to get under Pila fire as well. His men might not have thrown their Pila. Sometimes when you use groups, they don't throw their Pila. You've got to ungroup them to get them to go start throwing their Pila. Sometimes I forget to do it. But Lucius is causing tons of disruption with his cav unit. Not getting many kills or anything, but it's just keeping these guys kind of occupied here, and he's doing a really good job of doing it. And he's a capitalist, Lucius. He comes in and he's going to get my guys in a minute through here. It's very, very clever what he does, and I didn't really pay enough attention to him to doing it. So I'm just going to double speed here because all it is a bit of a scrap going on here, and my guys are actually doing good because they've got testudo tiring his men out while mine stay more or less fresh. I think he broke it up there just by bringing in sheer weight of numbers, and that's going to allow him to start taking the lead in this particular scrap of fight. But as you can see, I pull these guys in, and Lucius comes in with his general's armoured bodyguard, and look at this, just one charge, crack, and the whole lot rout just in a few seconds, which was really annoying. But I decided to turn my Pila on at this stage and catch the guys that are trying to, if they run after me, get a few kills on them here. So I'm able to recover something out of this and kill a bunch of his guys as they retreat back. That at least was made up for the fact I just lost that section pretty much. But if we look at this area, there's more blue there than there is green, so that's not exactly great. But I do believe most of these guys actually do come back eventually. And the Cretan archers are firing away here. I think he was trying to hit my cavalry a little bit. Yeah, he's got some of my cav here. It's down to the 40s, but there's not much I can do about it except pull back. Over here, Lucius has actually been quite aggressive with the Spartans on the flank. Usually you keep the Spartan in rows, but he's moving them out onto flanks here, which is interesting. I'm forced to run back here with my cav to avoid archer fire. And let's just go back to double speed. Well, let's see what's happening here, because he's got these guys, militia hoplites acting as a Pila screen. He's got Spartan support. He's still got quite a few guys here. I probably ended up getting the best of the Pila duel for the most part, but he ended up recovering with that rout he got with Lucius there. So Lucius is using his militia cav in the back here. I forgot he had these, and he's actually routing some of my routers, picking up my routers here. That was pretty good. Stop those guys from coming back into the fight. Over here I decided to go to testudo and just try and make him take a few more hits or throw some more Pila rather. I was tempted to try and kill this general's bodyguard, but I thought, it's too much of a waste of my existing Pila, so I don't believe I do. I think I'm going to go regroup these guys. I see these Spartans coming in here, and I know that my testudo can actually hold the Spartans up, but I do believe these guys just break straight away, which was a bit of a nuisance. Swedes makes a pretty, I think, an error here. He moves his cavalry way around here, and he could still potentially defeat Cornovi's cav, but what he should have done is worked with me and combined cav strikes to get breakthroughs, because we did have cav superiority, being that we were 2 Romans, and he was only and they were only 1 Roman side. I noticed the opportunity here with Swede's cav over here. It occupies Cornovi, so I'm going to try to run through and rout some of these testudos, and I do get one of them here. And because these pikes are here, he can't just kind of run through without getting them squandered on his own. And Swedes keeps pushing around here, but Lucius is supporting here. But the problem with what Swedes is doing is he's getting himself far too isolated from our lines of support by doing this. But with that little stunt with my cav there, I'm able to take a pretty nice edge to the fight there. And I'm going to pour more troops in as well to try and hold this area up. But as you can see, Swedes is now isolated and behind enemy lines basically, and the Spartans screening him, and it's not going all that great. But I'm trying to take advantage of the fact that cab's away and get lots of cab charges in. Got to be careful though, I don't want to take too much Pila here, which I do actually take some here. I'm going to turn this fight in my favour at least. I don't actually get any routes here. Got to be real careful I don't run into the Spartans here, because I'll lose all my cav if I do that. But as you can see, Swedes holds out for quite a while. There's a bunch of kills, but he's got Spartans and he's just really isolated. He should just withdraw from this, and just what he should actually do is try to slam into the black flank through here, perhaps, potentially, and I could come in from my way and we could get a bit of a route going there, but he shouldn't have come right around here in the first place. He's just too isolated, but he does do actually quite a good job, but he holds in for quite some time. What's happening over here is I'm bringing my peeler guys through, throwing more peeler. I'm getting quite a few kills with them as well, as you can see. I'm trying to just use my guys as reserves and units like that, but it says I'm losing, but I'm actually doing quite well for the most part. But Swedes cav, as you can see, all routes, and Cornovi still got a good number left, and the Spartans and Urbans were helping him, so he just got himself way too isolated there. Here I'm going to try another breakthrough, and I get a route on one of these Brutii, but although one of Swedes' guys actually routes here as well. But this is allowing me, at the very least, I think I got two actually, two of his cav there, and for some reason I think these guys routed and they regrouped. That's why they're back there. I'm moving my flank force around. I think Sweden's going to try to get rid of this archer unit, but it's pretty not much point in actually getting rid of that because it doesn't have any ammunition, so it's not that much of a concern. But I'm pulling into the fight. As you can see, Swedes is beginning his fight, and he's actually doing pretty well as we go over here. He's actually encircled these Spartans, but they are Spartans. They're going to take some long time to rout, and he's doing quite well over here as well. He's just holding it up in the centre, and I'm just trying to bust through and get some routes on these Brutii guys with my cav here. And I've got these guys throwing peeler. I'm just trying to conserve my guys. Got my general in the back. I'm trying to preserve him till the very end of the fight. It's going quite well for me over here actually. I'm starting to do quite a lot of damage here. These Spartans are holding him in place for quite a while, but even they're losing. I'm just a wee bit worried about Swedes getting broken here with these guys. What he should do here is, he's got 4 of his Urbans fighting these 2 little Spartans here. He should just pull some off and get him back into the fight, and he should pull these guys in as well, because he's broken through over here with these 3. He could actually push around here, or he could reinforce some of these areas here. Like this unit here is actually sandwiched, because his Urbans are actually starting to wrap up the Spartans, which is going great. Here I made a blunder. I still had group formation on from my withdrawal, and they run to the front of these bloody Spartans, and that was very frustrating. Over here, it's just his militia hoplites routing. But I'm trying to conserve my guys. Yeah, what I do is sometimes use group units and then use the guard mode, turn it on for disengaging cav. That way they actually get out of the fight instead of mucking about. But I forgot to turn it back off when I made my charge. That's why they end up running into the pikes. So you don't want to have group formation on when they're actually fighting. doing a cav charge, because the cav do all sorts of stupid things. As you can see, Swedes is pulling around the flank here, but Cornovi is reinforcing him as well though, and Swedes guys are still getting worn out. He needs to get them into this fight as quickly as possible. He needs to forget these archers, because most of them, as you can see, are actually out of ammunition, so he just needs to forget about them and focus on these guys here. I'm going to try another breakthrough here, but my cav kind of just stops for some reason, stops when it's charging. I don't really know why, but it did. One of Swede's infantry routes again. I don't know what Cornovi was doing here. He charged his cav, but he ran straight through these pikes, and if you do that through allied pikes, you're going to lose your guys. So he loses his cav there, so that was a good thing for me. I've committed all my infantry except my general now, and they're actually doing a great job though.
Allies have lost their leader.
Swedes was doing pretty good against Lucius, but he got hung up on fights out here, like this one here. He just doesn't need to be worrying about it. He needs to get in and outflank these Spartans, because Cornovi is reinforcing him. They're working very tightly as a team there. Swedes just wasn't familiar with the specifics of 31k teamwork yet. I'm sure he will get better at it if he continues to play it. I think he does sort of like it at least. I see at this stage that Cornovi's got few cav and Swedes is providing a distraction for him. So I'm going to send my cav around the flank and try and get the flank. So I'm going to throw my general in here to reinforce this section of the field, and hopefully keep morale of my troops up as I break through. I'm going to try and weaken this vicinity here where there's some guys here, because as you can see, Swedes are steadily starting getting destroyed, so I need to get rid of Cornovi's forces pretty fast if I want to rescue what little chances I've got left.
To learn the value of decimation. If they had
So
they would not run.
I come thundering into the flank of Cornovi's guys here with my cav, and that should start turning things into my favour. As you can see, I get a rout going on there, which is great. But Swedes has been destroyed by Lucius, Spartans, and the remainder of those Brutii. But as you can see, I got 2 routes on Cornovi here. I still got quite a good number of cav left as well. But as you can see, the Spartans are starting to pull in on my flank here, so I need to try and rout a bunch more of these guys. I think I'll go for this area here on the next charge. One of my urbans does start to give up there because it's outflanked. I do believe this guy gets trapped, this Praetorian, but these 2 here, 3 here are still alive, and I'm going to go for this weakened section here where there's no Spartans or anything to intercept me. Although apparently they didn't do that. That's what I was going for. I don't know why they didn't do it that time. I go through here anyway, and I go for a charge here, and I get the route I wanted here anyway. As you can see, I get a lot of basically all of Cornovi's Brutii infantry routes when I do this charge anyway. But at this stage, my urbans are now having to fight a lot of Spartans, and I'm going to have to pull around and face them. My general's actually caught up here, which was not a good thing. I don't think I realised that until far too late. Judging by the way this was going, I reckon I might have been able to defeat Cornovi in if it was a 1v1 scenario. If I had been left to fight him without Lucius supporting him, I think I might have had him, but their teamwork was just better than ours. Mostly probably because Swedes just wasn't familiar with the methods of 31k, and I was too focused on playing my side of the battle enough to tell him what to do, which was my fault. As you can see, one of my urbans routes here, and I do get a charge through here, but I don't get the route. My general routes because I was a bit careless with letting that fight, and I think my cavalry is about to rout as well. It's wavering, and then of course Lucius pulls in here, and I'm pretty much encircled. And with my general dead, my cavalry dying, and all these Spartans and everything having caught me out, my Scipii infantry is about to break under the weight of our opposition. So there you go, I massed her out there, but it was a pretty close one. I reckon I probably would have had Cornovi if I'd been left to fight in 1v1, but of course it's a team battle, and teamwork is what wins these games. So a very close one, and I was pleased with the results, to be honest. Even though we lost, it was pleasing because both of these guys are more experienced 31kers than me, and Swedes is like never. This is like Swedes' first 31k game ever, and he actually did do pretty good, all things considered, given that he just doesn't play it. So there we go. I had 1,176. I was pretty pleased with that. I thought it was respectable, and Swedes got 932, which is pretty impressive for a first time run through of 31k. And then of course Lucius takes top kills with nearly 1,500 and 1,238 for Cornovi. So these are statistics there. Some of my cav actually did do pretty good. My cav work has been getting steadily better in 31k, and the urbans is just sort of all spread around the board like most 31k games. So good game to Swedes, Lucius and Cornovi. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. I will be, of course, linking Swede's channel in the description. Be sure to drop by and check it out. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you soon next time.